What's going on, YouTube? I pulled in a project that I told my tuner Coogan that I would help him work on, doing a little bit of things here and there. He gave me a list. It's a Crx. It's got a LS Vtec in it. I'm currently replacing the cam seals as they were leaking. So I'm going over that. I've already replaced the distributor post mount. It was broken. I have a spare head, so I took parts off of that. I was missing a cam bolt as well. So did all that. He has an ATI damper, but I had to order the tool and everything, so we're waiting on that. Quick overview. It's still a work in progress, but it's nice. It's got a nice roll cage in it. Got a good paint job on it. Going to be doing a digital dash in this. That's why you don't see a cluster in there right now. There's a panel that has all the relays and ECU in it as well. It's got battery master kill switch up here. Good size turbo here. It is tuned. I drove it a little bit. It's definitely fast. But there's just things I got to look over. I'm going to look at suspension on it, traction bar. I'm just getting ready to finish up the head right now. I figure I'll just show the car off a little bit here. It's got full V-band, 3-inch. I think it's titanium piping on my back. I'm not sure. I know we got a bunch of titanium piping up front here. This is all done by LGM. He actually just did a bunch of work on Chico's car for us as well. Did the exhaust, dump tube, intercoil pipe, IAT sensor. Alright, been working on the Crx a little bit more. I got the motor stuff back together. The valve cover's on, everything's tight. I torqued that. Everything. She's good there. So moved on to the next thing, started checking the traction bar because there was a problem with it. Both end links are trashed. I also found that this radius arm was loose. So I went ahead and was looking at it, and I found that the snap ring for the ball joint was not seated. It was sitting like here in the ball joint instead of in this groove. As you can see, I've already kind of ground down, but it was all mushroomed, so the ring wouldn't sit. However, the ball joint's not seated all the way, and my hammer isn't doing the job. This was already bent before I started hammering it. I was hitting it here. So I'm going to have to get a ball joint press tool and push this out, grind this flat, push this back in, because the ball joint's fine. Ball joint's good. There's no problems with the ball joint. Wheel bearing's trash though. I've got play in the hub and the bearing itself. It's hard to see, but so I'm assuming the other one is trashed as well. So they both need to be replaced. Otherwise, it looks like everything's okay. Upper control arm looks good. Bushings are good. I was gonna check this lower control arm bushing. Had me a little weary because I was moving the radius rod. Just physically walking back and forth, so that bushing might be trash. So I'm gonna have to try and get that bushing out and look at it. Like I said, these are loose, so this arm is just flopping around everywhere. I just put the lower timing cover on and the ATI super damper pulley. We got end links for the traction bar, but unfortunately they're the competition ones. They use a different thread. I'm waiting to see what we're going to do about that. I did find that this bolt was loose, so when I started pulling things apart, this thing fell right to the floor. this spherical link really isn't bad, so we can get away with keeping this one. But unfortunately, the passenger side just has too much play. Worst case scenario, it's just going to have to be put back together, and then when I get more time and parts, I can just swap out the arm. That's the whole freaking side car apart again. But it is what it is, you know. I mean, so I'll get ready to mount the motor back up and everything, get the mount tight. As you can see, I had to rethread this control arm. Both of these holes were pretty worn out. So this bolt, I don't have a die, so I'm just going to change the bolt for now. I have a replacement that'll work. I already got the other side bolted on to the traction. Already got that bolted onto the arm. So it has been what seems like forever dealing with this stupid ATI damper belt alternator issue-ish. Got it fixed. Unfortunately, I had to bang the frame rail in to clear the alternator. There was, I mean, I ordered another belt. This is the 5th belt I've ordered. I ordered another belt. It'll be here Monday. I'm trying to get the car out of here tomorrow, but it might fit a little better, but I'm concerned about it fitting at all, because the one that I have on there now, it's a pain to get on to begin with. So, as of right now, it has an alternator belt. It's a 775 millimeter. I had to clearance the frame rail, unfortunately. It is what it is. The bay is going to get repainted anyway. It's got its little issues all around anyway. So I was given permission to make it fit. So, fit, I made it. There's plenty of clearance now. The motor torque's back, shouldn't hit it. Biden used to do that. I had to do the same thing. I had to bang it in more because the previous owner didn't bang it in more. So there was marks on my frame rail from the alternator hitting when the mounts wore out. So we got plenty of clearance now. Chico cut this rotor for me. It was all grooved on the backside, so that's all cleaned up now. I gotta sand the pad down. There's the pad. You can see the groove in it. I don't know what caused that. Maybe a bad wheel bearing or something like that, like Chico said. But you can see it. So I'm getting ready to sand that down smooth and get this back together. I also ran into the issue with the ABS ring hitting the ball joint. So that's how bad the wheel bearing was. It didn't hit before. This was hitting the ball joint on the grease nipple. So I ended up banging this off, and now the axle does not bind up or hit anything. I'd be glad to get this project out of here. It's a nice car, don't get me wrong, you know, I would drive the crap out of it, but I need to bring mine back, so I'm trying to get this done. Just sand down the pad. Screw's gone. I'm going to sand down the other one just to deglaze it so the cut will break in fresh. So, there we go. Time to slap this thick girl back together. I got the handbrake fixed. I replaced the valve right here. I fixed the mounting on this so it's much more secure than it was before. It works now. Unfortunately, the paint kind of came up a little bit because of the brake fluid. There's nothing I can do about that. I got everything tight. I adjusted this out, so this is sticking out as far as it can go now, so I'm not slamming my arm into the seat. I just got the back end jacked up, took the rear wheels off, and get ready to get under here and see what I'm looking at. I'm taking the park brake cables out, and I'm gonna just look over the suspension and make sure everything else is okay and nothing else is broken. Which I already think I see the RTA bushings are trashed. Cool. Alright, I'll start writing a list up on this thing. Alright, so this one to work. It's got swung to motor control arms and camber arms. I've already suggested to change them. I already found one bushing that's cracked. I got the cables out of the car. I was going to try and save them, but when I realized that they were already trashed to begin with, I just said screw it, just cut them all out. There was 2 bolts that were totally seized, so I just ripped it through the bracket. I just finished doing that. I'm a little winded from doing that. Yeah, we put the wheels back on the car, torqued the wheels down, and pretty much done with this car until I get back. And we're going to change the cam gears on this and the spherical links on the traction bar. Those are the 2 things that I definitely am going to be doing. There might be more. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a couple videos of driving this thing tomorrow. Because driving it here was absolutely sketchy because of the brakes. So hopefully now that we have a pedal, it should be a lot better. Alright, well I got the car back on the ground, wheels are torqued. I was just messing around the inside a little bit, seeing what I can do about cleaning some stuff up. I really don't want to step on all the Coogan stuff that he's got going on here. I'll let him. I would totally rewire all this myself, but he has a plan, and I'm giving him some tips and some ideas as well to do something in the center here, like move the kill switch over. But I just tightened this all up and kind of got it more secure to the dash, and I got the switch where you can actually turn it and it won't fall onto your foot anymore. Got the relay mounted back up. So I'm thinking we should probably move the power cord over here this way and run the kill switch over here. I know he wanted it to more like a kill switch, you know, if at the track or something like that, someone can put their hand in and turn the switch off. So this would work if we could find a better secure way to mount it, because right now it's just on the plastic of the dash, and you know, that doesn't work very well. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with this for now. Guess I'm not so fat today.
Shaving the beard made a difference.
Yeah, right. I feel a little better. Got to use some leg strength.
Yeah, that shit.
My CRX came with that shit.
Oh, really?
It had a dual master cylinder, no booster in it, and the brakes were total ass with the NSX brakes on
it. You said dual master?
It had a primary and secondary.
Yeah, what the fuck does that come off of?
It's a Woolen.
Oh, but it was the non. Definitely needs more boost.
Feels good though. Feels good.
I think it's like a 6 or 7 pound spring in the game.
this valve. Okay, with the brake. Okay, cool. So you don't have to pull the handbrake to
Yeah, you either press the brake all the way down and then lock it.
yeah, that's cool.
Or you hold this and lock it.
Gotcha. I moved this forward.
Okay.
So I adjusted to walk it down and moved as far forward as it can go because it was here and I was like, I hit this thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I like this.
Well, look, see, I tightened it up.
I saw that.
I took the washer out and everything, and it's flat to the body of the car now. So.
I clearly don't do mechanic work. I'm not good at it.
Right, good. Bring the old girl home today. She's definitely hurt. Smoking. Can't wait to rebuild this thing. And this thing rips. This thing is fun. So, I don't know. I still think I'm an all motor guy. I just like the instant power. So, I'll be working on this thing again soon. Tidy up some things on it. There's a couple more things he was telling me about that he'd like to address. So there you go. overall, that's it for now. I have parts on order to fix Chico's motor. I have some goodies coming for tech. And then once that's all done, we'll start getting into tearing down and rebuilding the new motor for the CRX. There won't be any updates for a couple weeks, but as soon as I have some new content, I'll be sure to post. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching JCH Garage.